Yeah, man, it feels like AEW just can't catch a break. Recently, Kenny Omega just posted that he is on leave indefinitely. He is out indefinitely with diverticulitis. Now, those of you who don't know what that is, that's the same disease or medical issue that made Brock Lesnar retire from the UFC. It destroys your intestines and could potentially kill you. It's serious. Diverticulitis is not a joke. So I'm hoping he recovers. And look, the last thing I need to worry about is Kenny wrestling. I want him to be alive. So you lost Kenny Omega. You lost CM Punk. Huge loss. You can sit here all day and tell me it was the right call, but it was a huge loss. Look at the business it's doing for WWE. The women's division is non-existent. Don't know what happened to the tag team division. The on-screen product in terms of characters and storytelling has suffered a lot. The only thing that has remained consistent is the in-ring quality, which is amazing. Yes, when you watch AEW, whether it's Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision, or pay-per-view, one thing that is guaranteed is that the in-ring quality will consistently be top-notch. You have some of the best wrestlers in the world working for AEW. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a hardcore fact. You cannot take that away from them. But when you look at everything else, the stories, the characters or lack thereof, the business, it's a rough time. It is a rough period for AEW, and Tony is catching strays from all sides, from people in the business, Eric Bischoff, Jim Cornette, from fans outside the business. And the last thing he needs to hear is WWE talking to Warner Brothers Discovery to potentially bring Monday Night Raw to the network. And to everyone who has this Cinderella Disney mentality, well, I guess that means Warner Brothers Discovery is going to work with AEW and WWE. Yay! That's not how business works. I would love to think Dynamite and Raw can work under the same umbrella, but when you're a competing business that's looking to take the other's market share, because wrestling is a niche audience, sorry, it is, one of you is going to lose. And guess, in this instance, as of right now, who would lose that match? I mean, just take a look at what happened to Dynamite when it went head-to-head with NXT. WWE said, oh, you want to go head-to-head with us on our turf? Undertaker, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, L.A. Knight, yeah? Who won that match? Who won? Well, according to Tony Khan, he did, because Undertaker and John Cena didn't hit 1 million views. Look here. This isn't 2020 anymore. This isn't 2019, 2021, 2022. Tony, when you went head-to-head with Vince McMahon, you were kicking his ass. And the reason why you were kicking Vince McMahon's ass was because you was giving the fans something that they wanted and Vince wasn't. Vince was deliberately, purposely not giving the fans what they want. And so, all you had to do was just give the fans what they want. That's why NXT was so successful, because Triple H was like giving the fans what they want, the perfect formula for him. Absolutely. Look at what he did for him. All you had to do was just do the opposite of Vince McMahon, which was give the fans what they want. What they wanted was good stories, good characters, and amazing in-ring action. And you gave us that. You gave us that. I feel like from, I would dare say, 2021 to like the tail end of 2022, AEW was unstoppable. I would probably add in the tail end of 2020. Let's go the tail end of 2020 to like the tail end of 2022. For those 2 years, you could have sold out any other building in the world. Unfortunately, that was during the pandemic. But to me, AEW could have sold out any stadium. It could have sold. You did Wembley Stadium. You could have done the Allegiant Stadium here in Texas, Dallas, Texas, 100K, easy. The NRG Stadium here in Houston, 50K, 70K, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you did Arthur Ashe Stadium And you sold that out in 5 minutes. AEW had a winning formula around that period of time, and then they got away from it. You got away from it. And the one thing that changed, and I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't the wrestlers. It was the booking. It was the creative direction. That changed. That all went south. And who's in charge of creative? Tony. The billionaire Tony Khan. The one man who could compete against Vince McMahon because of the money. And I'm always going to give my props to Tony. Thank you so much, Tony Khan, for being here. Thank you so much for creating AEW, because the business needed a competing promotion to light a fire under WWE's ass. You, in my opinion, you saved wrestling. There would be no Cody Rhodes if it wasn't for AEW. There would be no MJF. There would be no CM Punk. He would still be retired. You did all the right things to light a fire under WWE's ass. You brought about Triple H taking the helm. If you wasn't doing what you was doing, they wouldn't feel the need to have Triple H do what he's doing. So I thank you. Thank you for reigniting the fire in the wrestling business. But Tony, this isn't 2021 no more. This isn't 2022. Now, you become the target. It's no longer WWE. Vince is gone. It's now Triple H's show. And Triple H is a different animal. You was fighting on easy mode with Vince McMahon. Triple H, that's competition. And I think, in my opinion, Triple H is more cutthroat. He is even more cutthroat than Vince McMahon. He wants to end you. He'll sit here and say, yeah, I don't care about AEW. They're not real competition. He's doing that on purpose. He doesn't see you as a threat. He does. But he's not going to give you the pleasure of knowing that you're a threat. He's cutthroat. He's trying to take you off the air. You want to know why he wants to take you off the air? He wants your talent. He wants Adam Cole. He wants MJF. He wants Swerve. He wants Jon Moxley. You don't think he wants Bryan Danielson? You don't think he wants Britt Baker? You don't think he wants Saraya back? You don't think he wants Willow Nightingale? You don't think he wants the Hardy Boys back? He wants to end you, which is something that cannot happen. AEW cannot go under. It cannot go out of business, because the last thing we need is another monopoly. And I think Tony Khan, instead of growing his business, instead of improving his content, because a good business is constantly improving, is always doing things that it wasn't doing before to make the content better. That's the whole point of a business. You have a product and you're adding new things to it to improve it. But that's not what Tony Khan is doing. He's not doing that. And so we get to the whole point of this video. The biggest mistake that Tony Khan is making right now is that he feels he can do it by himself. The problem with someone like a Tony Khan is that he gets complacent. Oh, we sold 85,000 tickets. They're all in. We're good. We have a winning formula. You don't need to change anything. Let's keep doing dream matches. Let's keep doing dream matches. I mean, it's guiding us this far, right? Let's keep going. He doesn't realize that the landscape has changed. That worked when Vince was running the show in WWE and giving the fans what they didn't want. But you can't do that now up against Triple H, because he's also given us dream matches, but on top of the dream matches, he's given us stories and new characters and character development and feuds and rivalries we haven't seen in a long time with better presentation. It's a different animal now. It's essentially an upgrade version of AEW. Dare I say. It's what you should be. But the thing about this, I still feel like AEW can be a better product. But the thing is, Everyone wants AEW to do what WWE is doing, and that's not something that they can do. I don't want the same presentation. I don't want the same type of characters. I want brand new characters with brand new presentations, with brand new stories and different ways of telling that story. That's called storytelling. A brand new approach that no one is doing. That is what Tony Khan should be working towards, and he can't get there by himself. I'm sorry. Tony, you can't do this by yourself. You need help. And I'm not just talking about Jeff Jarrett. No, you need fresh eyes, fresh minds, fresh creative minds like Will Washington. Someone that has a new vision, a new outlook that no one else has. Quit relying on these old mindsets. Don't listen to a Jim Cornette. Yes, take criticism from him. Listen to the criticism, but don't follow what he wants. He's out of touch. Eric Bischoff is out of touch. Listen to the young minds, the younger fans, and then surround yourself with them. Don't follow the trends. Be the trend. Be ahead of everybody else. That's the mindset you need. But that's not what you got. What you care about is, oh my God, we're going to take this toy here. We're going to take this toy here. Oh my God, dream match. Yes, I want a dream match. I love dream matches. But you know what I also like? Stories and characters. And I'm so sick of people giving me shit. Oh, what happened, Alyx? Well, you used to be the guy that loved wrestling. I still love wrestling. But what you don't understand is back when WWE was the monopoly, they didn't give a fuck about wrestling. They didn't care about wins and losses. They didn't care about making this guy feel important. What they cared about was John Cena must be on top. They were so focused on the stories and the characters that they forgot about the wrestling. No one else got a shot. The start and stop pushes. The storytelling was awful. The stories were garbage. Bush League. AEW was doing everything right with the characters, with the stories, brand new, fresh faces. And then on top of that, we had dream matches. What happened to that AEW? That's not the AEW I'm seeing now. And you know that's true. Get back to that AEW. Get back to expanding your audience. Stop relying on the same people. Stop relying on this niche audience. What are you going to do to expand that audience? Okay, you got the niche audience over here. Okay, that's the market that WWE's playing in now too. What about the rest of the market? Why aren't you growing your business? Why aren't you expanding your business? Why aren't you doing something that no one else is doing? Instead of doing that, here you go on this media call, and we are going to play the clip, by the way, and you're responding to the wrong criticism, or you're at least, in my opinion, you're responding the wrong way. But let me go ahead and play it. Let me go ahead and play what he said. I'm not going to show the footage because you know how they be with footage, but I will play the audio. And if it ever just gets tagged or I get, claimed, I can just remove it. But here's what Tony Khan had to say during the media scrum.
No matter how good you do, there will be people coming for you, gunning for you, because that's what this is. There's a reason that every single person who stepped into my position until now has gone out of business. I'm the only one left. Everybody who has stepped up and put millions of dollars into this and done it week after week, and there's no off season. You do it 52 weeks a year. It's a fight, and that's a credit to the fans. I know what it is to be a wrestling fan 52 weeks a year. It's hard. But it's also the most rewarding thing. That's why you can't get away from it for too long. That's why we always come back to it. We're addicted. And it's worth the fight. And I love the fight. And I'm never going to stop fighting it. No matter what happens, no matter how things change, it's worth it. It's the fight Jim Crockett fought, and Vern Gagne, and Ted Turner, and so many other people that have tried, and God bless them all. And I'm doing this for all of you. And I know all of you are here in spirit. So,
okay. So first off, I love his passion. I enjoy the passion that he has. Here's my problem with what he said. He brought up Jim Crockett. He brought up Vern Gagne. He brought up Ted Turner. You want to know what they all have in common? Here's what they have in common. All of them, when things weren't working, when the business was losing money, when their businesses, the AWAs, the Jim Crockett promotions, the WCWs, when their business was losing money, they didn't change. They didn't adapt. They didn't look at the landscape and go, okay, this isn't the same WWF I'm finding. This isn't the same business that I'm used to. I have to adapt. I have to grow. I need to change to either expand my business or at the very least, stop myself from drowning. They stuck to their guns. I'm going to stay in the fight, but I'm going to stick to my guns. And they went down fighting. They're all out of business. Tony, in spirit of what they did, yes, they stuck to their guns, but eventually they lost. Because they didn't adapt to the world. They didn't adapt to a changing society. But you know who did? Vince McMahon. He understood wrestling needs characters. Wrestling needs stories. Wrestling needs reasons to invest in these wrestlers so you can watch them wrestle weekly. Keep coming back for more. Continue to build the platform to give these men and women a place to work. Yes, Tony. Thank you for having a passion for wrestling. Thank you so much for coming up here and telling us that you're not going nowhere. Good. AEW needs to be here. It can't go, otherwise the business will die. It needs AEW, but it needs AEW at its best. And right now, Tony, you got too much on your hands. You don't care about the stories. You don't care about making these characters pop, featuring the women more tag teams. What the fuck happened to the trios titles? What happened to Konosuke Takeshi's push? He beat Kenny Omega twice, and now he's wrestling in tag matches on Rampage. What the fuck? What happened to Keith Lee? He's in Ring of Honor now. Why? You have so many people on your roster, you don't know what to do with them. And so eventually, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get more QT Marshalls. Ah, man, you know what? I'm going to just try my luck somewhere else. When's my contract up? All right, I'm going to just go back to WWE. Because I'm not getting TV time. Because Tony doesn't know what to do with me. Thank you for the money. That's what happened with Jay Cargill. You need to create a place that has value for these talents. And I'm sorry, Tony, you can't do it by yourself. You need help. You need a creative team. You need a creative team for Ring of Honor, and let that be a separate entity. One for the main event, tag team, women, mid-cards. Split it up like that. Or split it up however you want. I don't care. But you gotta be more organized, man. It's a different game now. It's time out. I'm sick and tired of people coming after AEW. I know you must be. I've been sick of it. And the reason why I'm calling you out now is because you're in a position to fix it. To make it better and not wait till it's too late where you no longer have a TV deal. Or maybe they'll get a different TV deal. Don't put yourself in that situation. Make yourself so valuable, so undeniable that they won't even think about getting rid of you. They can look at, by they, I mean Warner Brothers can look at Tony Khan, excuse me, not Tony Khan, my bad. Look at Nick Khan, the other Khan. See, now I'm getting you guys mixed up. I'm fired up now. Look at Nick Khan and tell him, we appreciate your business, but we already got ourselves another WWE, something better than WWE. We got AEW. You need to make yourself better. And for you to get there, Tony, you got to have a good creative team. Because these shows aren't doing it. They're lacking big time. Oh, they have characters. You have maybe 5 characters on all the shows. I'll give you one right now. Tony Storm. Name me the other ones. Now, they're going to name Adam Copeland and Christian. Of course, yeah, you're going to name the people already established. How about you name me someone that is original? You got maybe, I guarantee you, you can probably name maybe 5. Maybe 5. I'll be honest. I'll be generous and say maybe 6 or 7. That ain't gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. You got 5 hours of television to fix. To promote. You need more than 5 or 7. You have a main event scene, a mid-card scene, women's division, tag team division, trios division, and you want to have 5 or 6 characters? Sorry, I love the Acclaim. I love Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm. I love Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Adam Copeland, Christian. That's probably all the characters right there. I probably just named them all for you. There's more. I'm just teasing. MJF. I didn't say MJF. You still got Adam, Roderick Strong, Samoa Joe. Yeah, you can name yourself a good handful. You have the characters. You have the talent, but you're not using them. No stories. No feuds. No long-term story. You got the Devil storyline and then the feud between Adam Copeland and Christian. That's all you got. What else you got? Unless I'm not watching anything. I'm not watching Ring of Honor. Maybe there's more stories on there. I don't watch Rampage a lot. Am I missing any stories on there? You probably do have a couple of hidden stories in there that you have to sift through all the bullshit to get. You don't have enough. And you don't have enough because you're not in a position to create enough. This Devil storyline is taking up all your time because that's all you can focus on. And you know what, Tony? If that's all you can focus on, that's okay. You're a human being. You are one man. That's why you need a creative team. And Tony, it's not that complicated. You can just get you a couple of people who have a like mind like you, that's like-minded, that have a vision for the future, that have a business to grow, a business sense of growth, that have this idea or vision that could improve whatever division you assign to them. Whatever division. The women's division. Get you 2 creative writers for the women. You need at least 2. You got way too many women anyways. You need at least 2. And then have them do 2 stories for Dynamite, 2 stories for Collision, and then recycle them out. Cycle them out. Create new stories. All right. Make them short term, make them long term. If it doesn't work, whatever. Who cares? Just get some stories going. Give these women a place on these shows and give them something to do and help them grow. Create new characters. I don't give a shit about CM Punk. People are telling me you're just mad that CM Punk's not here. I don't give a fuck. He ain't here no more. He's in WWE doing great business. What are you gonna do about it? What hole are you gonna fill? You gotta fill that hole. How are you gonna fill it? By creating new characters. So, get a creative team. Get some for the women. Get some for the tag teams. Get some for trios. Get some for the mid-cards. Orange Cassidy is international champion. Who's he fighting right now? Nobody. Don't know why Konosuke Takeshita ain't fighting him. He beat Kenny Omega. I keep saying that. He beat Kenny Omega twice and he's not doing anything. And eventually, the Devil storyline is going to run out. What are you going to do after MJF is done with the storyline? After he fights Samoa Joe and Adam Cole. Now what's next? This Continental Classic is great, but it's not. What are you going to do after that? What's Swerve going to do? Tony, you can only handle 2 storylines at a time. You need help. Get you a team. And whatever team you got right now, it ain't helping. You need some like-minded people to build this company, make it profitable. Get yourself to a point where you're not bleeding money, but you're making money. Grow your audience, grow the quality of your shows, keep the in-ring action. Don't change that. Just make everything else around it better, including the commentary. Make your shows must see. I should not feel like I can miss a fucking show. I'm out every Saturday. It's Saturday right now. I'm about to go out tonight. I'm not watching Collision. I'll catch you tomorrow on DVR. I should be like, I ain't going out. I'm staying home to watch Collision live. I don't really need to watch it live. I can watch it on DVR. I shouldn't feel that way. You should get me so invested in these characters where I can't miss a fucking show when it's live. That should be your goal. And Tony, if you can't do that by yourself, fine. Hire people who can. You're a billionaire. No excuse. No excuse. It's time out for the bullshit now. It's nut cutting time. It's nut cutting time, Tony. You wanted competition? You got competition. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for lighting a fire under WWE and making the business better. You did that. So now, you either catch up with it, or you fall to the wayside. I would hate for AEW to be another Impact Wrestling. Oh, we'll change where we no longer have a TV deal, and we have to survive getting a streaming deal. Fuck that shit. Make your business so goddamn good that it's undeniable. Enough. And fans who love AEW should be saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying I want AEW to go out of business. I'm saying the complete opposite. If you're listening to me and not hearing me, you're listening to the words that are coming from here, the heart. Not just here, but here. Hear me. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not in a good place right now, and it's getting worse. You can't sell out arenas. 2,000 fans, 3,000, 4,000. That's embarrassing. You should be doing 12,000, 10,000. They should be begging you to come to their market. But they're not, because you're so focused on the things that aren't doing your business good. I don't care. I don't care what anyone has to say about AEW. AEW to me has the potential to be just as big as WWE, if not bigger. But it just needs the right people running it. And Tony Khan, if you're in the way, get out of the way. Get out of the way. I feel like Tony is in a good position right now to just completely change the game again. But he has to make the right calls. If one of those calls have to be, we have to let some of these people go, let them go. Focus up your roster. And feature the people that fans want to see. That's going to make you money. And stories. And ways, a new character, a new presentation that's going to make it must see. I don't want AEW to go out of business, and I feel like it's on the verge of doing exactly what Ted Turner, what Jim Crockett, what Vern Gagne did. They did not change with the times, and so therefore, they went out of business. I don't want that to happen, Tony. Do what you gotta do. I'm not your enemy. If anything else, the fact that I'm calling this out now makes me your friend, because I'm trying to help. But we'll see. I'm sweating. Jesus Christ. I wanted to do that video and get it out. Thank y'all for watching. Hopefully y'all watched this entire thing. If you watched everything and you heard what I said, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for making me a part of your day. Look, I'm tired. I'm tired of people coming after AEW. But I'm also tired of Tony Khan and people in charge not doing what they gotta do. AEW is under constant attack. We're always gonna have people talking negatively about it. No! No! You won't if your business is good! Don't give them a reason to talk negatively about you. You're always gonna have haters, yes, but the haters will be haters for a reason. Don't mind the haters. The more haters you got, that means you're making more money. But this idea that you're a victim, this victim mindset bullshit, it's gotta stop. Look at your product. What's not working? Okay, what can we change to make it better? Do that and things will stop. The constant chatter of AEW not being as good as WWE, the constant attacks, that will stop. The wrestling business needs AEW to be doing good, and right now it's not doing good. Sorry. It's not. Let's hope it gets there. There's my video. Thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. Hope you enjoyed the rant. Hopefully Tony Khan improves things, because it ain't looking good. But wrestling goes through ebbs and flows. AEW will hit its peak again. Hopefully it's sooner than later. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. This is Alyx, just Alyx, signing out right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. When you're